What's going on, everybody? Lincoln here, Brookside Landscape Design, and today we are kicking off a brand new project, front yard and backyard renovation, irrigation, hardscapes. We got the works. Stay tuned. It is manifold day out here. Got Scott putting together a manifold. Taught me how to build my first manifold. It's like a little Tykes toy. My first manifold. Is pipe day out here. Chilly start in the morning, but Scott and I put together our manifolds. We got them all plumbed in to our source line. So we got one zone line in right now. Scott's about to get started on zone line number 2. So this front yard area is going to have a total of 5 zones, and then there's going to be 2 drip zones in the backyard, and we're finally to pipe, which is exciting because of all the digging we had to do. So as you can see in front of me, I'm walking next to the trench. This has been our biggest hurdle so far. We were going to use the trenching attachment for the mini track. However, on day 1, the homeowner told us that there are 5 separate septic lines that run through this yard, water line, 3 power lines, and a telecom. So we did a locate and just decided that, it wasn't worth the risk of trying to avoid all of those things. We'd rather not have to fix any of those systems. So we had to dig this by hand. So it's about a 125-foot trench, 12 inches wide by 15, 16 inches deep. And we were fooled by the first couple of inches of dirt because it was all nice, clean, easy to dig topsoil, and the other 14 inches of the trench was nice, hard, thick blue clay that you could do pottery with. So, but we finally got them all dug in and cut, so now we're able to start laying pipe in. So hopefully in the next couple of days we'll have some water going through here. So we got all of our trenches dug, we got all the pipes in the ground, and now it's time to flush it out and make sure that we don't have any leaks anywhere before we go through and bury all of our connections. So we got our really fancy hose flusher hooked up there in the hole. We got our other end of our hose hooked up to the water spigot, because that's how hoses work. And Scott's gonna turn it on here. The boys kinked the hose by putting dirt on it.
Oh, it was kinked. It was kinked before. We just had to get the dirt out of the way, that's all.
Oh, there we go. And now we wait until we start seeing water popping out of our heads, making sure that we don't have any obstructions or any rocks or any leaks. All right, first zone on. Success. Second zone. Make sure we're open all the way. And water. Water, water.
You might actually pop.
Got some good pressure in this zone. That's nice. No nozzles in yet, which is why we got the crazy spray going. Cool. Scott?
Start backfilling.
Start backfilling. So tested all 5 of our front yard zones. No leaks. I mean, just a garden hose, pretty good pressure. So Scott was just saying he estimates about 40-50 PSI. So that'll be great. Good start to the day. Big day here. Looks a little different over here. So we got our trunk line buried, zone lines buried, all that kind of stuff. Scott's been doing a lot of grading this afternoon, so all those big dirt piles, clay piles, you can see are now raked out, which is nice. We got a little bit, some dirt left over here. Isaiah moved a little dirt over on the end, but making progress. Now that the irrigation is pretty much done, with the exception of like nozzles and stuff like that, we can kind of continue on with the landscape. So Seth and I prepped our gravel pad here for there's going to be some big, large, here's my Midwest coming out. For those of you who didn't know, I'm from Iowa. And sometimes I talk like a Midwestern mom. Would you like to come over for some casserole?
I don't want to come over.
A little hot dish. You gonna check out the football game at the Fargo Dome this weekend? Anyway, so yeah, we got the gravel pad prepped for that, and Seth's really excited. Seth,
raining out.
It's raining out, so. And Seth gets charged up by the rain.
You know, it feels nice. It's peaceful. A lot of people hate it. I love it.
Well, you gotta kind of love it if you live where we live. So, but yeah, Scott, got to do a load of wash in the zinc. Anyway, Scott's over here. We had a plumber come out, and he tied us into the main line for the main water line for the house. So we have a isolation shutoff valve that he put in for us, which is great because it allows us to turn, if we ever have a problem down the line, to shut off water just to the irrigation system, so we don't have to shut off water to the entire house, which is cool. And Scott's getting ready to put in our double check, our backflow preventer, tie into...
They have an arrow for which direction the water flows.
And what does this do, Scott?
So this prevents water from getting back into the city water, or if you're on a well, getting back into your well water. Basically, it's a backflow prevention, right? It says exactly what it does, prevents water from flowing back into other sources of water.
Why would it be bad if water flowed back into where it came from?
Well, there's a whole lot of nasty bacteria, all other kinds of bad stuff that hangs out in your irrigation water. Obviously, it's okay for plants. They don't really care. But for us, we don't like that stuff. So we don't want to drink it. We don't want it to get back in and pollute the rest of your water reservoir. So keep it out.
Make sure you have one of those. That's going to get tied into our isolation valve, and then PVC pipe will tie into our main source line here, which will run out to all of our manifolds for irrigation and provide water to our system. So